Alrighty, howdy ho folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Dragon Quest Treasures. Last time we left off, we got isekai'd into a random world filled with treasure, dragons, and nonsense. Pretty similar to the regular Dragon Quest world. This episode, apparently this place looks and smells like it could be home to monsters. Best proceed with caution. Alrighty. Now, something I haven't showcased is the fact we can use pellets for a bit of range damage.
I'm full of surprises.
Well, easy peasy battle.
Where to next?
Honestly, I don't think the combat's super great in this game from what I'm experiencing. Maybe it will get better as time goes on. But it's not horrible, especially considering you have some decent AI partners. Buff Pellet increases a single ally's defense. And since we are kids, basically, we're not exactly meant to really rock the socks of any of these monsters. We really aren't. Yeah, I think that's something that tends to come up a lot in these little side games is usually it is a child version of one of the characters and they're children. You're not really expecting them to just take down the super final boss of one of the games, you know? That's why a lot of the side games are basically Mon Tamer games. But the only way they'd be able to kind of go toe-to-toe with anything going on in the series. That being said, we'll just have to wait and see as time goes on. I'm curious how far you can get with this game's combat with just the protags, siblings, and all that. Not enough to try a challenge. I already tried a challenge this month. I'm not doing another. But curious overall.
How'd you like this? How'd you like this?
I am actually loving the tomfoolery slingshot setup I have going on. You don't get slingshots enough in games. You really don't. It's one of those things that I feel, ooh, fizz pellet. Ooh, fire damage, good stuff. It's something you see rarely and almost comedically in any sort of media. Like, the only person I know in any sort of media that regularly uses a slingshot would be what? Long-nosed dude from One Piece? I don't watch One Piece. I can't remember his name. But, like Usopp or something? I don't know. I know how to spell it, I think, actually. I just don't know how to say it. Because, like, when One Piece finally came out into the States, crack pellet, minor earth damage. Get it, got it, good. Came out in the US. I hated the localization so much, I refused to watch it. Ooh. We got a hunter mech right here, or is this a killing machine? A rather sinister looking contraption. Seems to be broken at the moment. Good. These things are not easy to take out in almost any of the games. Yeah, seems to be broken. Good, good. These type of enemies are usually late game. So, yeah, don't want to be dealing with them. Really don't. But yeah, that one dude from One Piece is about the only person I know that uses a slingshot. Spiky pellet. Catapult pellet that inflicts minor piercing damage. Alrighty. And that's a bit upsetting because, yeah, obviously slingshots aren't able to, like, pierce as much as, say, an arrow. But that doesn't exactly mean they're bad as a weapon. Especially when handled well, you can sling a stone really quickly. Like, obscenely quickly. Whoosh pellet, minor wind damage. Getting all the elemental stuff down. Good stuff. Like, that's the whole biblical tale of David and Goliath. You can sling a rock like 50 miles per hour with a sling. It can crush skulls. It's absurd. And a slingshot is just like the layman's version of that. In fact, there's a few different countries' versions of slings. I think like some countries actually have a special like, it's like a stick with like a bit of a curve at the end that you'd notch a spear into that curve and you'd fling the stick basically. It would launch a javelin. There are slings for javelins out there, is what I'm saying, and that's absurd. Anyways, something may well be lurking on the other side of this door. Open it and go through. Hey, we're getting a little notification about bosses. Always kind of appreciate that, to be honest.
Look, there's someone on the ground. It must be your brother. Quick, we have to help him. What in the name of... Hey guys, it's coming!
I had a feeling, but... Okay, let's switch out our pellets. We gotta get something else going. Let's see. What would be good? I'm gonna say Zap. Oh yeah, Zap's really good against this dude.
How'd you like this?
Oh yeah, this game has perfect dodging. I love it. The fact that it has perfect dodging and freaking like iframes if you dodge through attacks. Okay, the combat's getting a lot better in my eyes with that alone. You defeated the Heartless Hunter. Very base version of a really, really tough enemy type in the game series. And hey, level up.
Frightened the life out of me.
Where did that thing come from? Frightened the life out of me. Well, you made short work of it at least. Now someone needs your help. Could very well be your brother. I don't know about that. Does he look like my brother? Is my brother that much of a loser to die against this thing? The Heartless Hunter is no more, but most of its components look like they're still intact. You knew someone who was good with machines. You might be able to get it repaired. Oh, and get one of these dudes on my party? That'd be awesome. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Oh.
Someone say tread.
My dear boy, are you all right?
Ow, ow. Huh?
Mia? Is it Mia or Maya? Whatever. Where were you? I've been looking everywhere for you.
Listen.
Mia tells Erik that she's also been looking for him. So we were looking for each other, huh? And it looks like you made a lot of friends along the way. I'm impressed. You know, when I got sucked through that thing and found myself all alone, I was pretty worried.
Never mind that.
We found each other in the end. What's going on? What am I doing on the floor? Bender night, right? Deary me, sleeping on the job again. Ursula? Come on, up and at 'em.
Hold on.
Is this flapping feline an acquaintance of yours?
How dare you?
Flapping feline, indeed. I have a name, you know.
You may call me Ursula.
And for your information, I have come to this world in search of some very particular treasures. Eric's sidekick, Ursula. Okay. I was a bit freaked out when she started following me around, but Ursula is actually pretty cool. And she knows so much neat stuff about treasure in these islands we're on. Now I remember. We just got that treasure chest open when, well, after that, it's a bit of a blank. Sure there was something in there, though.
I'm feeling good.
Well, it's empty now. That's very strange. I could have sworn I caught a glimpse of treasure when we opened it.
Where's the treasure?
Right. Where's the treasure?
Wait a minute.
Mogsworth. So Silverbone's mangy dog's body wants to get his filthy paws on the treasure, does he? Well, not on my watch. Hand it over.
Curfew!
Levanter. No servant of Sylphania is going to give me orders. Besides, this chest was empty when we arrived, so stop acting dumb. It must be you who's got your grubby mitts on its contents. Nonsense. We only just got here. Whoever took that treasure, it wasn't us. Which does rather beg the question, who did take it? Also privateer, Bonnie. Enigmatic buccaneer, Gustav. Scourge of the sky, Silverbones.
It's Silver Balls.
Blast it all. Well, if it isn't the Sylphanians. A little late to the party once more, I see.
We've secured the treasure.
We took the liberty of securing what you seem to have been seeking.
Glow.
Could it be? Yes, no doubt about it. It's one of the 7 stones. That's a dragon stone! Oh, bravo! Captain Silverbones, you've done it again. Truly, it is a privilege to see you at work.
Mogswart.
Enough! You're embarrassing yourself, and you're embarrassing us all. Captain? How can you say such a thing? You call yourself a pirate? The so-called booty you keep bringing back is nothing but worthless rubbish. But look at you now, you sniveling wretch. You're unworthy of a place in my thunderous blunderers.
You've used up all your lies, Mogswart.
You're dead to me.
Captain?
And what are the young guns? That pair of blue-eyed whippersnappers? Ugh.
Leave them.
We've got more important matters at hand. Listen up, Silverbones. You won't get away with this. I will stop you, in the name of Sylphania.
Levanta.
Well, well, it's been a while. Not often we get to parlay, so here's a juicy tidbit for you.
La Isla Dorada.
We've got our sights on that place. An island where unimaginable riches await.
La Isla Dorada.
I wouldn't expect a fool like you to understand.
You'll excuse us.
Levanter, we've got places to be and treasure to plunder. Yeah.
Yarr!
Captain Silverlet! Wait for me! Forgive me, Captain. I can change!
Hold on.
That treasure they were so brazenly brandishing. Do you think it was one of... It would certainly seem so. And it was snatched from right under our noses.
Sis?
Looks like we got ourselves mixed up in something serious, sis. Two gangs of hardened treasure hunters, and us caught in the middle?
Captain Levanter.
Gale.
There you are.
Oh.
Hold on. Where are the pirates? They've gone. I'll explain everything later.
Now then.
You lot. What's your story?
I'm Erik.
This is my sister Mia. Erik and Mia, eh? And what are you doing here? Looking for treasure, are you? That's right. Nope, it's a secret. No, we're looking for treasure. Thought as much. Well, best of luck to you. Well, it's good of you to keep us on our toes. I wish you luck. You'll need it.
So,
I haven't seen you two around before. Are you part of a gang or are you hunting for treasure on your own?
well,
Either way, it's nice to meet you. See you around, Erik and Mia. Feels like things have finally calmed down a bit.
Now's a good time.
Guess it's about time to show you this amazing thing I found. Want to take a look? Come on then, follow me. Okay.
Mia!
ha!
So it looks like we got a decent introduction to a majority of the major players and things going on. As well as an overall meta plot that we need to be working towards. Good stuff. It's astounding how better this tutorial and nonsense feels compared to Harvestella, really. It's astounding. It really is. But we can't go save. Same issue as Harvestella. Oh well. What do you got to say, man?
Get out!
You ever see anything like this before? It's amazing, right? Problem is, it's not working. Guess it must be broken. There's something else I want to show you. Come on. Ooh.
Check it out!
Look, the island's floating in the air. Pretty impressive, huh? And that's not all. This place is absolutely jam-packed with treasure. I mean, I found loads of cool stuff already. How about you? You find anything? Sure did.
No way!
Nice work. Show me later, okay?
I can't believe it.
I still can't believe we were in those old ruins and then we were here.
Oh,
Yeah, you've still got your dagger from the ruins, right? Seems they're pretty powerful. My one lets me do all this cool stuff.
by the way,
Speaking of your daggers, you might want to take a closer look at them.
huh?
Erik and Mia's dragon daggers have somehow got the curious vehicle fired up and ready to go.
We did it.
All right. Now come check this out.
Huh?
It looks just like a dragon's head. That's kind of weird, right?
As it happens,
The place where we are standing is also shaped like a dragon's head.
What?
Are you serious?
Indeed, he is.
Treasure-filled land where we find ourselves goes by the name Draconia. It comprises 2 giant dragon heads, as well as numerous other islands, which make up the rest of their bodies. The story goes that 2 giant golden dragons chose this as their final resting place, many, many centuries ago. Their enormous bodies slowly turned into stone, forming the landmasses we see before us now.
Huh.
2 giant golden dragons, huh? Guess that's why there's so much treasure here, then. Exactly. Now, among these countless treasures are some that are very special indeed.
Stones.
I speak of the 7 precious gems. It is these that Porcus and I seek, and we are by no means the only ones. Alas, we are not capable of very much by ourselves. That's where you come in. We believe you have the natural treasure hunting talent to help us find the 7 stones.
Wow.
So there are 7 super special treasures to track down. I like the sound of that.
What do you think?
Mia, searching for the 7 stones sounds like fun, right? Yeah.
Great.
I knew you'd be game. The jewel those pirates took was one of the dragon stones, right? Well, they can show it off as they like, but we're going to make it ours.
that's the spirit.
We're so pleased.
I can't tell you how pleased we are to have you on our side.
Okay.
But isn't there a whole bunch of other treasures here just waiting to be found?
Every last piece.
But we're not going home until we've grabbed every last one. I wish I knew where to start.
Well,
I've got a few ideas, but let's start by taking a closer look at that mysterious locomotive. Looks like it could be your best bet if you want to get to those islands over there.
Great.
Sounds good to me. Let's see where it goes. Okay. I love the various things you can do with the party members. It just feels fun. I've always got to try and test if I can go to the save point or not. Anytime I see one in the side. Cutscenes or no. Let's see if this thing will take us over to those islands. Come on, let's hop on board.
oh,
Well, it would appear that someone has got it working. That wouldn't be your doing, by any chance, would it?
I guess so.
Well, our daggers did the hard work.
Wonderful.
How marvelous. I take it you must be Mia's big brother. You know, I have this funny feeling that you two might be the key to solving this world's myriad mysteries.
Where are my manners?
Oh,
Princess and-
we haven't introduced ourselves. This is Wingston, and I am Princess Anemone of Sylphania. Blue blood scholar, Anemone. Anemone? Whatever.
Oh,
I thought there was something a bit peculiar about her. Turns out she's a princess. Mind how you speak about my mistress. She's a very important person, I'll have you know.
By the way,
Now, I have heard from Captain Levanter that you are fellow treasure hunters.
to the winner go the spoils.
So it looks like we'll be in direct competition. What fun!
Sweet. It's time, Mia. Time to start our treasure hunt. Yeah. Let's go.
Well, I guess that's the game good and proper right there, starting up.
I'm feeling good. Great stuff.
Just the noises they make.
Well,
It seems we've arrived. The question is, where? Whatever this place is, it's seen better days.
By the way,
You know, I've been thinking. Any self-respecting treasure hunter needs a base, wouldn't you say? And if you ask me, this place seems perfect.
not a bad idea.
I mean, if the thunderous plunderers can have a base, why can't we?
Bravo.
Hey, look, there's someone here. You might want to check with him first before claiming this place as our own. Sounds like a plan. Come on, Mia. Let's see what he has to say. Alrighty.
Shoo shoo. What?
Good day to you. Am I right in thinking that you have just arrived aboard the locomotive? And would I be correct in surmising that you have somehow managed to get Snatterhorn Station up and running again? I guess.
Bravo.
Oh, this is wonderful news. The company is saved.
Dear me.
I have completely neglected to introduce myself, haven't I? Houston's the name. I work for the Trans-Draconic Railway in the capacity of chairman, chief engineer, and station master. We're kind of flubbing as that chief engineer, huh? Railway aficionado, Mr. Houston. That sounds like a lot of work for one person.
Well,
Yes, it is rather.
however,
But the fact of the matter is that the Trans-Draconic Railway currently has a grand total of 3 employees. It doesn't sound like much of a company.
but
I can assure you that it wasn't always like this. The railway was once a vast concern that served every quarter of this land. And as it happens, you are standing on the site of our headquarters and very first station. Though they are now in a rather sorry state. Time was you could catch a train from here to whichever part of the world you fancied.
However...
But alas, it was not to last. One by one, the train stopped running. The stations fell into disrepair and the staff all left. It doesn't seem right to ask if we can use this as our base.
What do you mean?
Your base, you say? What do you mean by that? Would you be so kind as to enlighten me?
By the way,
Could I have a quick word, Mr. Houston, in private?
you too, Porgus.
Your friends have been kind enough to explain everything. I understand you came here in search of treasure. So I think it would be absolutely marvelous if you'd use our HQ as your base of operations.
I say...
Oh, just had a thought. If you are to be based here, you should avail of the company facilities. Well, those that remain at least. Why don't you take a little look around? I trust you will find something you can make use of. A good place to start might be the reception desk inside the main station building. I'm sure my colleague will be happy to assist you. Come on, let's see what the receptionist has to say. I've got a good feeling about this place.
Now!
Excellent. Once you've had a chance to fully peruse the facilities, come back and let me know what you think. Sounds good, yo. Sounds good. As I was saying earlier, it's astounding how better this tutorial feels in comparison to Harvestella's. Like, I even just mentioned the last area we're at. I couldn't go to the save point when I wanted to. And that was a major concern in Harvestella. Whereas after I beat a boss fight in Harvestella, I couldn't go to a save point. And there was a save point right there. It just would not let me. And it was infuriating. I think the difference is obviously it wants me to continue with this cutscene, just like Harvestella. But the cutscenes amounted to a brief amount of time in comparison to Harvestella's cutscenes.
So,
Harvestella had like 30 plus minutes of cutscenes without letting me save during any of them immediately after a boss fight. So I couldn't stop playing. I've already found another save point. Heck, I think when we came to this island, we had a save point. I think when the cutscene happened after we beat the boss was a save point. Technically, I could have stopped at any point. And that's just the difference between the two. It feels more natural and a lot less intrusive against what I want to do as a player. I know it's technically the same thing. I know it's hypocritical for me to be biased, but it still felt better with how it was handled in this one. And I don't know how to exactly explain it beyond what I just did. Anyways, you go ahead and explore the facilities. I'll take a look around in my own good time. Curious what she and Orcus, as well as this little restless armor dude we're talking about. She strikes some sort of deal or what? So curious. Oh, let's see here. Got Erik. Looks like that's the reception desk. Let's see what we could find out. Oh, another restless armor. Oh, is that a goopy? Muddy hand. All right, what you got going on? She got a flower imprint on her, like, shoulder pad. I love that.
Miss Cecily.
Good day to you. Welcome to the Trans-Draconic Railway Company headquarters. I'm Miss Cecily, head of personnel. Not that we have much in the way of personnel at the moment. Of course, still, we must keep up appearances.
Mr. Houston said.
We could make use of the facilities? Oh, did he now? Well then, I'd better explain a little more about how things work around here, hadn't I? I'm in charge of personnel, as I said, which means I deal with new recruits. I'll be honest with you though, we haven't had anyone getting in touch in goodness knows how long.
Oh, I say.
What's this? Seems a new job application has just arrived. Let's take a look, shall we? I see. Interesting. Seems our candidate's a young Draki. And here's what they have to say. The truth is, I've been inspired by this amazing girl with bright blue eyes. She never gives up. I want to help her any way I can. Bright blue eyes, eh? I wonder who they could be referring to. Anyway, I've got all the details on file, so just come and speak to me if you want to know more.
Wow.
It sounds like this monster's taking a real shine to you, sis. Maybe if we team up with them, they'll help us find more treasure. Yep. Let's see here. Welcome to the main reception desk. Shall we take a look at our potential new recruits? Vampella.
Attention.
Staff wanted. Monsters who want to join your gang can be recruited from the reception desk. You have to pay their fee in order to do so, which is usually food or materials. If the recruitment board is full and there are new potential recruits, the newest candidates will replace the oldest. To prevent a candidate from being replaced in this way, press plus to set it as keep. Okay, yeah. A Vampella. Fee 1,000 gold. Yeah, let's go with gold. Yeah.
Have you decided?
Yeah, we'll pay.
Come with the gang.
Flap, flap, hiss.
Vampella joins the gang.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll add it to the party. Alrighty, we got Mr. Goopy Muddy Hands over yonder.
The name's Mudima.
Now then, who do we have here, eh? Don't think I've seen you around these parts. I'm head of staff trading. The staff dormitory is just through the door. That's where our employees bed down and I keep them in check.
What?
Of course, we've no staff these days, so I've got plenty of time on my, hand.
Mr. Houston said.
We could use this place? Did he now? Well, it's a good job I've kept the place looking spick and span then, isn't it?
Huh.
Sounds like it'd be a good place for our monsters to rest up.
Hey.
Monsters, you say? Well, you'd best leave them to me, young man. Just give me a shout if you want any monsters changing, or otherwise whipping into shape.
You'll have the right monster for the job.
Don't worry. I'll help you make sure you always do. Did you hear that, Mia? With Mr. Mudamir. Mudamir? Okay. With Mr. Mudamir taking care of any monsters that join up, there'll be no stopping us. Yep. Starting to see how this will be set up. Ooh, what do we got going on here?
There you are.
Ah, Mia, there you are. I've been nosing around in here and it seems to be some sort of storeroom. It's such a nice big space, but it's a complete pigsty at the moment. Seems like a waste. Hey, I know. Why don't we turn this place into our treasure vault? I mean, we're going to need somewhere to store all the loot we find, right? We can start with the treasure you've already got. Come on. It'll brighten the place up no end. What do you say? I could turn this place into a showroom for all the nice things you'll discover. Give Porcus all the treasure you found so far? Yeah, sure. Mia entrust all her treasure to Porcus. Great. I'll take care of this. Now, while I work on getting this place looking spick and span, why don't you explore the facilities? Cool. I've officially done that. Like, not for nothing, but it seems like right down center, like, street or whatever, having all of our treasure, like, literally just a stone's throw away from how you get to this island might not be the smartest thing, but what else? Mr. Houston.
Hello.
You're back. Jolly good. I hope our facilities were to your satisfaction. You feel free to use them as you see fit. There is, however, something I should like to trouble you for in return. I have a dream, you see, of restoring the company to its former glory. Just imagine the Trans-Draconic Railway crisscrossing these islands once again.
Mutual cooperation.
The Trans-Draconic Railway has always been a great believer in such, you know. At the moment, alas, it's only the line that connects this island to the Panternoggin that's operational. But after seeing what you have achieved, I have no doubt you can restore this station as the jewel of the railway's crown. And once this station's back in action, you'll be able to travel to all the other islands you see floating around us.
Will you help me?
What do you say? Will you help me realize my dream and save the company? Yeah, sure, why not?
Bravo.
Hurrah! Break out the bunting. The company is saved. Bit early for that. But before we get carried away, I must let you know that there's a fair bit of work to be done before you'll be able to visit the other islands. In fact, there's a grand total of 3 matters I would like to ask for your assistance in. First of all, the station needs a good cleanup. Been out of use for a while now, and the rubble has become rather unsightly. What this calls for is a generous dose of royal soil. Sprinkle some of that about, and the place will be as good as new. The only hitch is that there isn't any royal soil to be found on this island. You'll have to go to the Panternoggin to get some. Keep your eyes peeled for any unusual patches of earth, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for soon enough.
We need more manpower.
Second thing we'll need to get the station back on its feet is more manpower. There's no shortage of manual labor to be done, so we'll need someone who's not afraid of rolling their sleeves up. To which end, I doubt you could do better than an orc. Those chaps are frightfully strong. I'm sure one of them would suffice. Now you may be wondering how you're going to persuade this orc to come and work for us. Well, may be able to help you there. Erik accepts 10 buddy bellets. Fucking Christ. Erik accept... Dialogue after dialogue. My words be tripping. Be tripping like a dude with his shoes tied. Anyways, Erik accepts 10 buddy bullets from Mr. Houston. Buddy bullets. Slightly increases the likelihood of a monster wanting to join your gang. Effective against a single monster only.
This is worth remembering.
In order to get a monster to join your gang, you'll need to defeat it in battle first. Monsters who take a shine to you during combat will come and visit you at your base once they've dusted themselves down.
Give it a go.
Simply hitting a promising looking orc with one of these projectiles and it's bound to take a shine to you. Give it a shot.
Shoot, shoot.
The third and final thing we'll need is a substance known as sanguinite. That's what powers the entire railway, you see. Now, I've heard a rumor that a Sylphanian expedition is currently on the Panternoggin. And it seems that this group has been seen in possession of sanguinite, the very thing we need. Word is the Sylphanians have set up a stockade in the palatial plains. Perhaps you could pay them a visit.
Will you help me?
Now, these 3 tasks I've outlined can be carried out in any order. Just be sure to let me know when you've completed them.
Great!
You got it. sounds like the first thing to do is head back to the Paternoggin.
What do you think?
Mia, would you mind if I took care of this? Thing is, I haven't had much of an adventure yet, and I can't let my little sister have all the fun.
I can handle this.
Don't worry, we'll have the whole railway back on its feet in no time.
I guess.
Leave it to me, sis.
Time to tag out. So, yep. As we just saw with how talkative Erik was and all that, that's just kind of how the other sibling will be when we're not controlling them, and it's really refreshing. Like I said in Outbound Ghost. And Mia now we can talk to, and she's a full character. If you're sure you've got everything under control, I guess I'm happy to hang out here for a while. Oh, and feel free to take any of our new monster pals with you. Best of luck. Let's pop a save, just to be safe.
Let's get some shut-eye.
Yeah, good stuff. Also, during all those cutscenes, I did remember one other character in media that uses a slingshot. And it's one of your party members from Dark Cloud. Yeah, little cat girl.
Let's repair the railway.
Her entire setup is with a slingshot, and it's kind of beautiful. It really is. I want to see it in a lot more media.
Some
Take care
treasure.
out there.
In fact, gosh, what? There's a mod for Skyrim that just adds slingshots. And there's also a mod for Skyrim that adds like Dark Cloud one-handed melee weapons. I'm a bit bummed the person who made a bunch of like Dark Cloud weapons for Skyrim did not work with the slingshots in Skyrim mod. Just to add Catgirl slingshots. I'd kind of love that. Yeah, nah, we just saved. Let's keep looking around, see if we can't find any of this stuff. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, sparkly sap. A glittery goo that gleams in the moonlight. Used mainly for cooking, mostly found on the Paternoggin.
Bear this in mind.
You can forage for materials at various locations in Draconia. Use what you find to cook recipes, make pellets, recruit new monsters, or complete quests. Keep an eye out for clumps of vegetation, conspicuous mineral deposits, and much more. Be sure to investigate any that you find. Oh yeah. I think you guys probably have a bit of an understanding of what the heck's going on in this game by now. Wondrous wheat. Grains of wheat that can be ground into fluffy flour. Used mainly for cooking. Mostly found on the Paternoggin and the windswept moors. I like that the descriptions actually tell you where you can find these. Solar flower. A towering flower that turns to face the sun. Used mainly for cooking. Paternoggin and Cinderback, whatever, who's it? Is yeah. That means once it's in our itinerary or encyclopedia or whatever, who's a what's it, we're gonna call it. We can look up where we found it before and go back if we need more. That's just useful. It really is. It's it's something that I wish a lot more games kind of did. Ooh, royal soil. Oh, already found one of these. A mucky mound of magical mud. Used mainly to make pellets. Mostly found in Paternoggin and wind-swept moors. Wing-swept moors? Okay, yeah. What does... Okay, yeah, there we go. Draki can just kind of lower us all slow, like. That will be useful to get various things like this. Okay, cool.
Treasure.
Oomph pellet. Raises a single ally's attack. Good to know.
What slime is it?
Because as you can tell, there's a lot of kind of vertical exploration and everything. Yeah. And with all your monster companions, it kind of just it really easily lets you do it.
What a
which is nice. I like that. I like being able to just kind of go wherever. Oh no, Drackies. Another aspect you may have noticed is our levels for the protagonist carry over between protagonists. Since I'm level 5 now, Maya, whatever. I think I actually said Mia in the cutscene, so we're good there. Is also now level 5 when we finally control her again. Yeah, good stuff. It's never like you need to level up one more than the other kind of nonsense, or catch up, I guess you could say. Slime drop, a jiggly jelly that shakes and shudders like slime, used mainly for cooking. And as you can tell by a bunch of these descriptions, we're also going to be unlocking cooking at some point. Not getting a description for an item we've already gotten. Unfungus, mushroom whose spores induce sadness, used to make pellets. Ooh. Wait, can we switch up pellets to here? Buddy pellet. Yeah. What are you doing? Give me a sham hat witch.
Off to the base it goes.
Oh yeah, perfectly scouted. Wonderful. Luscious lettuce. Head of lettuce with crispy crunch. Used for cooking. Good stuff. Obviously, as we just start the game, we're going to see a lot of new item descriptions. Just kind of happens. Limergrass. Grass that gleams with gorgeous glow. Mainly for pellets. Brighton rock. Sacred stone that gives off a godly glow. For pellets. Yeah, man. Now, if at any point you guys think like, yeah, a monster collecting exploration action adventure ARPG, that's right up my alley, feel free to get this game. I always recommend Dragon Quest. I really do. Princely powder, a delicate dust that's full of magical might, used for pellets. Like,
This is worth remembering.
metal power. Draconia is home to mysterious metals that can be equipped to provide a useful power-up to you or your monsters. Metals come in 4 rarities: bronze, silver, gold, and iridescent. The rarer the metal is, the greater the benefits it bestows. Whenever you acquire a metal, open the menu in order to equip it. Ooh, we found a slime metal. What does the
Bear
slime metal?
this in mind.
Equip metals to give you and your monsters a power boost. Every metal is different, so use them to balance out your deficiencies or boost your best assets further. Press Y in the metal inventory to automatically equip the best metals you have available. It's a great option if you're not sure which metals to equip. Ooh. So the slime bronze one increases your HP. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. As I was about to say or whatever. This game, as well as the recent Dragon Quest Monsters game, are kind of considered so-so for the series. Which sounds weird as a dude who likes the series, but the series has produced a lot better stuff over the years. That doesn't mean they're bad. Flintstone, a heavy hunk of hard rock, used mainly for pellets. It's more so like
What slime is it?
we are used to like peak kind of stuff from this series, and those are like more 7 to 8s out of 10. At least long, like, standing fans for this series. Salt of the earth, the simplest of seasonings, but easily the most important, used for cooking. So yeah, if this looks up your alley, go for it. Would recommend. Just like I do for every single Dragon Quest. Essence, a potion imbibed by the chivalrously inclined, used mainly for cooking, mostly found in Paternoggin. Okay, yeah, we're moving on. Big word's difficult because I don't think that's an actual word. Whatever. I grew up with a speech impediment. I'm allowed to trip over my words sometimes. I just don't know why I decided to start doing Let's Plays with that in mind. Mistakes? I've made a lot. But at least they're enjoyable for what they are. Ooh, this candy. Tough nut. Very hard nut that won't crack under pressure. Used for cooking. Alrighty. And as you can kind of tell, we have all these means to backtrack this little dungeon we were in earlier now. Which is awesome. And as you could possibly also tell, there's a new area unlocked over here past these backtracks. Sainted Soma, a solution infused with sacred strength. Used mainly for cooking, mostly found on the Paternoggin. Usual. Yep. Good stuff. I love destructible nonsenses. I really do. Succulent steak. A soft slice of mouth-watering meat. Used for cooking. Because that's kind of obvious. Yeah, just feels good to do this stuff.
Now's my chance.
Yep. Combat's kind of growing on me. It's getting better. I say as I get, like, just slapped out of the air and everything. Alrighty. Let's see here. Nonsense? Nonsense? Nonsense. Ooh, nectar. Sweet and sticky syrup of fragrant flowers. Used mainly for cooking. Also, just probably to save you guys some nonsense in the future. From here on out, if we get any sort of quest that's specifically like, hey, go here and, I don't know, collect XYZ, I'm probably going to do that off screen. You guys don't need to see me constantly collecting materials all the time. Because it is kind of like, ooh, got a slime drop, good stuff. Oh, we got a slime medal from that actually. I was like, that didn't look like a slime drop. It looked very important. Yeah, it turns out, yeah. We beat enemies, we can actually get their medals. That's good to know. Good to know. I don't know, I think partially the negative reviews this game kind of got, because it wasn't a lot, was when it was announced, people were hoping for another Dragon Quest Monsters for one. Multi-heal pellet restores a moderate number of HP to all allies in range. Nice. It wasn't a lot of negative reviews or anything, but it was after a large drought of not having Dragon Quest monster games in the US. And as you can kind of tell, this game does have monster catching capabilities. But people were just hoping for like, hey, it's Dragon Quest Monsters, but... Oh, actually, I think I need to be heading this way. The Dragon Quest XI side characters. Which is kind of par for the course for the series. Ooh. We got a new enemy type. Let's take him out. Oh. There we go.
They seem keen to join the
Yeah. Scouted. Get you scouted as well. Sorry, there's a bunch of mons, and when it comes to mon collecting games, I actually like collecting the mons.
Let's speak to that monster later.
Like 100%, I started realizing as I got older, because like as a kid, I didn't really care. As I got older, ooh, densinium, hefty hunk of metal used for pellets. in Pokemon and the like, I wouldn't really care about trying to collect all the mons on a route. Bleached bone, a beautiful bright white bone used for pellets. I wouldn't care to try and collect all the mons, but as I got older, it's like, yeah, that's actually part of the fun and trying to collect everything. Feels really, really gratifying at the end of the day.
Where's the treasure?
So, yeah, anytime I see a new mod in this game, I'm going to go for it. And as I was saying earlier, I think part of the reason people were upset with this game was the fact that it wasn't technically Dragon Quest Monsters. It has similar elements like collecting mons, but it's not exactly that. Especially considering it's an action RPG. And it's more focused around treasure, as Erik just says. Riz pellet.
Your dagger gauge is filling up.
Ooh, there we go. Level up.
Let's explore.
Ooh, and we got a gauge majig. Dagger gauge? Looks like we might be able to do some super powered attack. Who knows? Whatever. Are we gonna get a tutorial for that in a bit? Who knows? But yeah, I think that's the main issue with how people receive this game. The issue with the Dragon Quest Monsters game that came out after this, though, is more an issue with how people took the writing in it. And I don't blame them outright for taking the writing and how it was handled poorly. Because it completely kind of...
To join the gang?
Ooh, we got another sham hat witch. Which, as you can tell, we can recruit enemies even if we don't use the pellet. It's kind of a RNG thing. The pellet just kind of increases the odds is all. Nothing in the waterfall? Okay. Let's do this, and then across. There we go.
Treasure.
Need to finish this off because I think it's about time I took a break from recording. Get back over here, but finish this thought process because I'm not going to remember it by the time I started the recording again. Anyways, the Dragon Quest Monsters game that came out shortly after this, which is Dragon Quest Monsters 3 actually, just rewrote a very well-known character in the series, and people are like, I don't know if I'm okay with that. And it was kind of lackluster content-wise compared to earlier entries. It feels like it was a bit rushed in development because it was the Dragon Quest Monsters anniversary. That being said, it is still enjoyable, and I still would recommend it. It's a fun mon collecting game. So 100%, go for it. Anytime I see a Dragon Quest game, I'm almost always like, yeah, it's a safe bet to go for, because worst case scenario is that the game is above average and just better than what you'd usually get in that genre. That is the worst case I've ever had with a Dragon Quest game. Ooh, there's a save point right here. Perfect. But yeah, if you guys do watch this and you're like, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying this or playing this,
Let's get some shut
please play along. That'd be a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, it's been about an hour. I think I'm gonna call it here. Consider it an episode or recording or whatever I divvy this up into. As I said, the first recording session. Don't know exactly how I'm doing this until I get this entire game recorded. But I'll talk to you guys later. And until then, ciao.